Hey everybody, welcome to part 3 of my mini-series on station trading in EVE Online. In this video of my series, I'm going to cover using EVE Mentat to increase your ISK per hour while you're station trading. So what I've done here is all I've done is install EVE Mentat. I opened it up, created a new database, and then put in my character API. And so the first thing we have to do is get everything set up here. So first of all, go to File Preferences. There's just, a couple things that we're going to switch around here. First of all, if you're like me, you are not using orders from a corporation. If you are, ignore the next two steps. First, you go into Import Character and Corp Info and just uncheck Import Corporation Members. And then in Orders Import, uncheck Import Corporate Orders. That way, it'll just stop you from getting a bunch of error messages from trying to import your corporate orders when they don't actually exist. Alright, so the first thing we want to do here in General Setup is go under Import and then Orders Import and switch Default Import Source to File, because the API, which is what it will normally pull from, you can only import your orders a limited number of times. There's a delay between when you can import your orders. With files, you can do it whenever you want. And then go to Market Orders and Favorites and make sure that your path to your EVE client is correct. Alright, so now that everything is set up here, hit Update Now, and then you can check Close automatically because it's not really worth looking at once it's done. And you can see everything is updated here. And then, just for looks, if you right click over here and hit Update Portrait from the web, yeah, that looks better. So, we can see here, I've started off here. I currently am on the Today tab over here, so I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what is on the Today tab. So, wallet is liquid ISK in your wallet. Sell orders total is the amount of ISK you would get if every single sell order you have sold at its current price. That's a little bit of an overestimate because generally you're going to keep undercutting with your sell orders until they're sold. Total and escrow is the amount of ISK you've put up when making buy orders. This number is lower when you train up margin trading. Additional ISK to cover is what you have left to cover on your buy orders. This number will be higher when you train margin trading higher, and buy orders total is going to be the sum of total and escrow and additional ISK to cover. And it's the higher you train margin trading, the more of this buy orders total will be in the form of additional ISK to cover than in escrow, which is a good thing. And total down here is the sum of your sell orders plus your wallet plus your total and escrow. That's basically a little bit of an overestimate of what you would expect to make if you stopped trading at that exact moment, canceled all of your buy orders, and by some miracle all of your sell orders sold. In reality, it's going to be a little lower, but again, I mean, it works fine as a rough estimate, and it gets the job done. Over here is incomes and outgoes from your wallet. So wallet change is going to be the total net change in your wallet. You can see here I have 102 million and it's in parentheses, so that means I had a decrease of 102 million in my wallet today. Income is obviously ISK you've gained, outgo is ISK you've lost. And journal records, transactions you've made that day, and the time since the last transaction. And then orders, you can see currently I don't have any orders up, but if I did, they would be displayed down here. So if I go over to the balance graph over here, this is a graph of the value of my wallet. You can see it goes up and down, but in general, if you are trading, yours won't look like this. I have a large stagnant period because I haven't been trading recently, but if you are actively trading, your wallet graph should hopefully just be increasing from the bottom left to the top right as time goes on. The trade graph is going to show you incomes and outgoes of ISK, based on, I have it set to based on transactions here, or you can do based on journal. Transactions is just things you've bought in the market. Journal is in general if you've sent ISK to someone, if you purchased a contract or something, that's journal. And you can customize the period. Green bars are income, red bars are outgo, basic stuff. And trade skills, most of this should not be news to you, but these are, it took the liberty of doing some calculations for you in terms of tax rate, broker fees, and margin trading, the percent you have to put up when making a buy order. Alright, so now that we went over how to get EVE Mentat set up and configured, let's find out some of the stuff you can do with it. So, one of the greatest things you can do with EVE Mentat is to compare the buy and sell prices of an item to figure out if it's worth trading or not. So I have these two items in my quick bar over here that I'm going to use to show you. So if we look at the price history here, both of these items, they look a little volatile, but overall they should be, fine for trading. And I've loaded the market orders for both of these items just by clicking on them. So if we go back into EVE Mentat and we go over to Market Browser and just hit Cache Import, your cache is going to contain the market information for every item you have clicked on since your last cache import. So in my case, for example, Capital Mercury Remote Capacitor Transmitter, I was just looking at the market data for this, and now it's in my cache. So, first of all, since I'm station trading, I happen to be in GETA 4.4 right now, I'm going to want to click GETA 4 Moon 4 Caldari Navy Assembly Plant down here because all the other orders are really relevant to me. Then over here under Deviation, I want to click this and change it to Best Buy / Sell Price. And just sort the sell orders from lowest to highest deviation. You see the lowest one has a deviation of 13.86%. So what that means is the difference between the highest buy and lowest sell price is 13%. So that is the raw profit that you would make flipping one of these items. Keep in mind that doesn't include tax or broker fees, so it's a rough number. You have to keep in mind. So if an item has a percentage, a deviation percentage of like 1%, probably won't be a good idea to trade it because although there is on paper there is a profit there, you'll probably end up losing it all to NPCs in the form of tax and broker fees. But it's a good way to take a look at what items might be worth trading. So at 13.8%. Someone with a decent bit of investment capital, being that these are 173 million ISK each, but someone with a decent bit of capital might consider investing in Capital Mercury Remote Capacitor Transmitters. Alright, so what else can we do with this? Well, we can use it to keep track of our orders. Let's go back into EVE and hit Wallet, and you can see I have my orders here. At the moment, I've only got one order up. So what you want to do is hit Export, and you can see it's now exported my orders to a text file. I'm just hitting it. Don't show me this again because honestly it gets old after a while. And if I go over to character orders and I hit File Import, you can see it's now imported my buy order. You can also see there is an X over large capacitor battery 2 because I've made an order for this, but if we go back to EVE, you can see I've been outbid on my order. It knows this because when I did the cache import, there were already orders higher than me. So if I want to fix this, all I have to do is click on this. It'll show me my new competitor's price, and it'll automatically suggest a new price of 0.01 ISK higher than my competitor's price. I can click Copy New Price to copy that price to my clipboard, or I can click Copy New Price on Open, and that way when I open this, it'll automatically copy the price to my clipboard. Now that the price is copied, I can just Alt-Tab back into EVE, right-click my order and hit Modify, and just Control-V to paste the new price in and hit OK. And you can see now I'm the top order again. And that's especially useful when you have, maybe 100 orders up at a time and you don't feel like looking through every single item because a lot of the times not all of your orders have been outbid, so you don't have to update them all. But that's just the easy way of updating it. Now there's another functionality of EVE Mentat, which is an in-game browser extension. So to activate that, all we do is go up here and hit IGB and enable IGB support. and then copy IGB URL to clipboard. So when we go into EVE, and we go up here and open up our browser, and paste in the IGB URL, you can see that I've got this awesome interface here so that I can scan the market for things. So what does that mean? Alright, first time you hit, by the way, it's probably a good idea to, once you open this, just go to bookmarks and hit add bookmark and store it as EVE Mentat. So that way in the future all you have to do is go to bookmarks and then hit EVE Mentat. The first time you click on character orders, it's going to give you this error loading requested URL. All you have to do is go back over here and close out of EVE Mentat. Once you do that, just reopen EVE Mentat. And now that's been reopened, we can go back here and just refresh that. And there we go. So you can see it's got my list of orders. I've only got the one order up for large capacitor battery 2. The scan delay, the default is 3. You can probably decrease this unless you have a terrible computer or a terrible connection. I usually use 2. The scan delay is the delay between when it scans each individual item on your list. I've only got the one order, but if you've got 100 items and you set scan delay to 2, it's going to take 200 seconds to scan the whole thing. 3 minutes to update 200 orders, that's not so bad. So we hit start scan, and you can see it just searched the market for large capacitor battery 2. Because it updated the orders from here, this has now been placed in my cache. So when you're updating your orders, all you have to do is open the IGB extension of EVE Mentat and do your market scan. And then when it's done, open up your wallet and hit export. And then alt-tab back into EVE Mentat. Go to market browser and hit cache import. And then go to character orders and hit file import. And you can see now that I've imported from file, it shows that my order is, there's a check mark here, which means my order is currently price status okay. It's the top buy order. So now that I've done that, I know that all of my orders have been updated. All of my orders are currently on top of the market, and that means that I don't need to do any more work currently. All I have to do is check my orders again later, but for right now, I'm on top, and I don't need to worry about anything. So EVE Mentat's got a lot of functionality. There's probably some stuff in here that I haven't figured out yet, but those are the two main things that I use EVE Mentat for, are figuring out profit margins to make trading items easier, and then updating my orders. So thanks for watching. By the way, I'm also looking for ideas for future videos, so if you have an idea of a video you'd like to see made, please leave me a comment, and I'll see if I can get on it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.